history. Trying to deal with life while moving through this music industry. It's like the energy takes control of us physically. Mind over matter, but the matter seems to be mentally. But yet we still be chasing rainbows visibly, looking for the gold at the end of the road endlessly. It's like a jungle sometimes. It makes me wonder how we make it from the bottom, but still be going under. Had to call my homeboy Tweety to get some game. Try to figure out the ways of the world and how we change. It's like we going through a phase in the maze when they take us out the cell but still keep us in cages. We've been dealing with the same shit for ages. Same lies told from these history book pages. Different names but the same faces. So in turn the same rainbows we keep chasing. Yeah.
Yo, 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 yo. Welcome to the show. I am G-Lew. That's the homeboy Big D right there. This is Let's Talk About It, episode 16. The power of consistency. Big D, take it from here.
What's going on, people? Hopefully everybody's having a happy Monday, beginning of the week. And with that being said, that's another episode like G-Lew said. So let's talk about it. Damn. And with that note, like he said, the title, you see the algorithm for today, the power of consistency. There's two words, man, that are very validated on that title. Power and consistency. So let's get into it. I think it's very important, for us to understand, consistency takes a lot of, effortness. It takes a lot of our, our time and everything else that we do. For instance, we keep coming out here with these episodes and we're hoping to inspire you guys, to be consistent with us, to build a relationship with us, and to keep moving forward and keep rocking with us. So consistency, it's a very important, man. A lot of people, I think, they don't realize that it's an everyday topic. It's an everyday living. We have it in our relationships. We have it in our jobs. Basically everything that we do. So, with that, go ahead, G-Lew.
Hey, man, good evening, everyone. First and foremost, happy Monday. Hope everyone had a blessed weekend. Great weekend, top of the week. It's Monday. We back at it. You know what I mean? You know how it goes. Just another manic Monday. But again, salute everyone out there. I like the topic again tonight. Like I said, I let Big D kind of come up mostly with these topics and what we're gonna talk about. You know what I mean? And this was another good one, I think. You know what I mean? The power of consistency. Everything that we do on this show, the titles, the algorithm, everything that we've done the past episodes ties in to everything that we do. So this is no different. Consistency. This is like the stuff we speak on. Consistency. What's our main one? I said we got to do another one of it, part 2. Our titles that we had. But I say that to say everything ties in with one another. And consistency, man, we want to be consistent in what we do with bringing good news, bringing topics that we can all agree that need to be talked about. You know what I mean? And that can further help our communities, households, personal lives. You know what I mean? Things that we do in our everyday life. And know what we do, we bring it all together right here. We have a great forum that we could all talk about. As you see, me and the homie, brown, black, you know what I mean? But we bring it all together, you know what I mean? And we could talk about these issues that need to be talked about on both sides. So we could have some type of medium, man, and always have that communication open. So you don't have to guess and think or you know what I mean? Or just go run off talking about stuff you don't know or you're not informed about, when we can talk about them right here. So again, the power of consistency, y'all. Let's do it, Big D.
Power of consistency. So basically,
what up, everyone in the chat? Go ahead, bro.
What's up? Thanks for being back with us on Monday. Basically, the consistency is a combination of behaviors. If you guys don't know that by now, right? It's basically it's our dependability, our trust, our relationships, and so forth. And dependability on consistency is one of them, right? for instance, we go to work, right? We go to work consistently on a daily basis. It's part of our lifestyles, man. If you ain't working, then you ain't getting paid. So, if you're not consistent in going to work, obviously you ain't gonna have enough money to pay your bills, have enough money to pay whatever you need that, that we use this currency money for on our everyday living, and which is very important, right? So if you don't, like I said, if you're missing work, or, even sometimes for us, I get it, I understand, I'm a part-timer. We always have to develop another way. How we're always we try to hustle, we try to make that money, because it provides, right? We got to buy food, we got to pay gas,
gotta eat, gotta drive,
gotta eat, so you got to pay insurance, and like everybody else in this, especially if you're from the United States, you guys already know how it goes, man. So that's the I depend on that. I don't know about you guys, but I do. So consistency is another form of being dependable. I got to depend on my job in order for me to pay my bills, man. So, but at the same time, my job's expecting me to be there on time, to be productive, to be on my P's and Q's, making sure I'm not coming in, not all lit up, alcoholed up, bad attitude, bad relationship, because you see it in your jobs every day. People come in, they're having relationship problems. People are drinking on the job, people are partying on the job. So, et cetera, et cetera. So that's one form of me where the power of consistency helps me, and pretty sure everybody else there, to pay my bills and to make my living, to provide for my daughter, for my wife. Got to pay the rent, rent got to be due, hey, and et cetera, et cetera. Another thing for me, consistency, it's a trust relationship too, my wife, my friends, my family depend on my consistency of trust. And sometimes they don't come perfect. Sometimes it comes in and, people have a bad day, like Pop said, you guys, I'm pretty sure rely on our trust, when we come out here, to be very transparent with you guys, not only to connect, but, so we could collab and maybe have some kind of, understanding amongst us mutual people. Right. And it ain't always going to be perfect. I get it. I struggle too. A lot of my consistency comes from my faith, I could say, from my belief in God. Right. The Bible talks about so many things, but one book that will never change, that's always consistent, is the Bible. Whether you're having a bad day, whether you're having a good day, you open up the same page, it's going to reflect the same sentence, the same quote, the same everything. So, my faith in spirituality, it's the power of consistency. There's a lot of power behind it. So, because, like I said, when I'm having my bad days, or when I need to be a good mentor, a good exampleship, that helps me, because, Big D got problems too, man. We all have problems, man. So, right. In no regards, I am not perfect, man, from anything. Please, people, and that's why, like I said, consistency is what transfers average into excellence, right? I got a quote, that quote right there. The more that,
say that again, homie.
All right, I'll say it one more time. Let's talk about it. Because there's a quote: consistency is what transforms average into excellence.
People need to write that down. Are you taking notes, people?
Taking notes, baby. Okay, take notes, because I got a few of them, and that's where it is. That's the power of consistency. When we're taking our notes, when we're applying it to our lives, when we're being the light, being the exampleship of it. And I'm gonna ask you guys, man. What do you guys think of the power of consistent? Are you guys consistent in your lifestyle, at your jobs, with your family? It just goes on and on, because everybody in today's world, as we see, there's a consistency of bad, right? You look at it, mass shootings are happening, still going to political versions, it's not consistent. All the social media, it's not being what it says as it is. So the consistency of everything else that's being out there, it's been exploited, and it's not measuring up to seem what it is. And that's where, as us people, you got to take your own consideration, what consistency means to you. Relationships is another one. You know, relationships with your wives. You know, is it consistent? You know, are you going out there fishing, or you know, are you out there building relationships? You know,
Not fishing, D.
You know, hey, people do that. You know, they're going out there, they fishing, man. You know, they're fishing and they're trying to see what they could catch out there, man. You know, and some of us, you know, it's like that, you know, and a lot of people could take the version wrong. You know what I'm saying? When you're trying to look for friendships and build relationship, you know, their mindset could be something else, man. Like, oh, he likes me, or he loves me, or he wants me, or she needs me. And it's not, you know, sometimes, you know, you guys got to embed like what kind of, you know what I mean, what are you guys reciprocating and what your mindset it is, you know? What do your consist of? What does your mind consist of? If you're single and somebody comes out and makes an attempt, like you're already consistent, like, oh man, he wants to hook up with me. He wants to be with me. You know, it's embedded, you know, and it's wrong. You know, don't be like that. You know, you can't think like, you know, that's what's gonna happen. Man, it might just be a simple friendship. I might saw you on this channel. I might have seen you in this channel, and we all collaborate, right? Our consistency is on this show right now. You know, if you guys
that could be another one we could talk about. How does people in this social media or platforms, like, you know, we have friends and comments and things, and people, you know, not knowing, like you said, it just be friends or yeah, you know how people get out on here. You know how you know some dude's not being a dirt bag. You know what I mean, or the woman. You know what I mean. You never know. You know, so that could be, that's a whole other topic to talk about on another night.
But we talk about it though. You know, we're consistent of brainstorming. You know, we're consistent of, you know, every once in a while, or I should say a lot of times, me and G-Lew, we're collaborating. You know, we're trying to be consistent. We're trying to make sure we have the same mind tone, the same atmosphere, the same, you know, we're at the same set. And that's what we're liking and hoping to bring consistently to this channel and to my channel. And then those are the ones that will support, you know, we support other channels. Incredible Javier, he's always consistent on his mental health.
Shout out to Javier.
You know, he's always consistent. There's other channels that are consistent of doing their thing, because not only are they trying to grow, you know what I mean, you look at it once or twice or three times, you know, they're trying to build their algorithm and their support base. And that's a consistency, you know, they're trying to make sure they bring the right people amongst their channels, you know, supporting them at the right time as you guys subscribers are making sure you guys are getting consistent feedback. You know, that's just
we got to keep it. We got to get with some of these other channels too to keep it positive. It's a lot. You kind of spoke on it last week, but it's really getting out of hand. Like a lot of these channels, man, you know, homies and brother, you know, other dudes that, you know, this stuff, we can see how this internet, man, could just, you know, tear people apart. You know, I don't know if it's jealousy, envy, hate. I don't know what it is, but it's a lot going on out there in the cyber world as far as these internets and people's pages, because everyone is, I mean, I get it. You know, everyone now, it seems like coming on board. Everyone, you know, has a lot of people have channels. Homie people, maybe some people don't even need them, you know, but people have them and they're utilizing their platforms, you know, their voice. You know, some people do have a voice, but a lot of people are not using it in the right way. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And or they end up sidetracking.
Or they say, yeah, there it is, sidetracking.
Becomes inconsistent.
Yeah, there you go.
They follow out. Sometimes it's easy to get distracted by your viewers, you know, because of the content that you're putting out. You know, some people want the consistency of some BS, you know, and then when you start following into that, then it kind of sets up an open door for other people to start coming in, attacking your characteristics, you know. You start being vulnerable, then you start being somebody else that you ain't. So
that part.
That's why, you know, I mean, amongst me and you know, we got to make sure our standards and make sure we're always on the same page, man. You know, because you know, sometimes I'm having a bad day, and you know, you set me straight. That's what consistency is all about, right? It's like, hey, I got to make sure my boy's on his 210, you know, on his 2 feet and his 10 toes, you know, because we go through it. You know, consistency happens, you know, because it's people don't want to be consistent because it gets too hard, man. You know what I mean? It becomes, let's talk about, you know what I mean?
Man, let's talk about it right there, man. That's a let's talk about it moment.
It gets hard along your journey. For instance,
it gets hard to be consistent. That's facts right there, homie.
consistent. It does. It really, really does, because I'll say that, I'll say like my weight loss journey, right? Me trying to lose weight, trying to better myself, so I could live long for my wife and my daughter. I have to go and make sure that I'm consistent, that I go to the gym so I could get results, so I could have it. At least I know that if I die trying. And people don't like that validate effort, so they're not consistent. They'll be consistent 1 day, 2 days. I'm not mocking you people that are out there. I'm just saying, get back into it. Get back into the things that work for you. Nobody's saying that consistency is going to be easy, but the power behind it, man, let me tell you something. The results and the impact that you can make in people's lives besides yourself, they'll follow through, right? They'll be like, damn, man, Big D lost 100 pounds, man. Why? Because he was consistent. Consistency comes with motivation. We talk about this, dedication. Consistency, it revolves a lot of, there's a lot of good positive angles above it, that it's not just consistent. You're dependable, you're reliable. It comes all up above. So, but it does come with work, and people fail to be consistent because of the work, man. And that's just straight up.
That's facts. It like you said, it's hard to stay consistent, man. But that's a task. That being consistent is a what do you want to call it? It's like I said, it's not easy. It is going to be hard, but you know what I mean? To be consistent, you're being better. You know what I mean? You're bettering yourself. And being consistent can consist in a lot of different things. Like you said, whether it be the gym, whether it be your studies, whether it be weight loss, fasting, or eating better, or whatever it is, being consistent is going to make you better. That's discipline, like Monica said. Discipline, consistency, they go hand in hand. You know what I mean? And all of them make you better, and all of them are hard, not easy. You know what I'm saying? But
there's power behind it.
Power, again, that goes together. Power, discipline,
there's powerful resolution results.
Because if you be consistent, you're going to be more powerful at whatever you're doing.
Whatever you're doing, the more you consistent and discipline yourself, like Monica said, in your books and studying, if you're an educational person, if you're going for your degree, there's power behind it. It brings results. When you get your bachelor's degree, your AA degree, those are the benefits, man, of being consistent. You got to show up every single day. You can't, I remember in the neighborhood, man, that was a consistency, man. I showed up in the neighborhood every day, and whatever came with it, I was disciplined in the format of it, I knew the results. I knew the price I could pay, are you going to die or go to jail? Everybody knows that. Right. But it was acceptable, but it didn't stop me from being consistent or from being that homeboy, that I needed to be to represent, one thing about consistency, you got to isolate one goal. I think, you start off with something small, have a goal, like working out. Like I said, like we've been working out, going to school. It's only going to bring positive results, health, education, and it's going to help you in the long run. Nothing that I think, we even got to look. I'm going to take it back a little bit. Let's talk about it. Drug addicts, they're pretty persistent and consistent, man. If you want to get your drug and they want to get high like the way I used to, and I'm going to use myself as a format, I'm going to do whatever it takes to get what it takes to get what I need. That's just straight out, man. You know what I mean? If I have to go panhandle, hustle, rob, the consequences were the minimum. But my habit.
Hey, but the cold part, and I just want to cut in right quick, not to cut you off.
Go ahead.
You see how people, you use a good example right there, drug addiction and whatever addiction someone has. Like you said, that's one thing they're going to be consistent with, making sure they get high by any means. You know what I mean? I'm saying when a person is whatever it is, you know what I mean? Even if it's smoking cigarettes, we're going to get you that cigarette, homie. So it's like, or buy that pack of cigarettes with your last dollar, whatever. So put that same, why is it that, you know what I mean? All energy is put into that consistency, but not on the other hand to better yourself or whatever is doing something to make you better. That's always hard.
It's I think for me, it has to do with a lot of addictions. Why people need to smoke, why people need a drink. It takes away from the table, the food on the table. But
Right.
you know, and a lot of people know how to balance it out. I'm not saying all
It's about your priorities though. Again,
priorities, you know. But then again, like you said, why do people buy cigarettes if they know it's going to kill them, and they're consistently buying them? You know, yesterday,
and it's expensive too.
and it's
And they
expensive.
still buying them, boy. They went up like damn $10. They still buying them.
Still buying them, you know. And I see yesterday, I was at my cousin's.
I used to smoke years ago. I'm glad I just now I can't even believe it. You know what I mean? But for years I did. Younger, you know.
I smoke Camel Wise, bro. Camel Wise. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But a lot of part is because I was addicted to drugs. So, you know, I needed, as I was going high, I needed something to balance low. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's crazy. It seems like society or the system understands that theology.
Right.
You know, and they understand that, you know, so they got to make sure they're consistent, you know, whether it's menthols, you know, Camel Wise, the Virginia Long 100s, you know, they're going to push their narrative out there so they could get the what? It's all about that getting paid. So it's consistent. It's consistent, you know, it's coming out, you know, we know, but there's a lot of
all of that. Right. The most consistent money comes from the things that are bad for us in this country, you know, well, period. You know, like you said, cigarettes, alcohol, drugs. Why are we for so long had the drug problem hasn't went anywhere? The war against drugs, whatever, it only gets bigger and bigger. You know what I mean? You don't think it's somehow, I'm not saying they're not trying to stop it, but come on now.
Right. You know,
that's
because
big money.
Because it consists of them getting paid.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Let's talk about it, man. You know, it consists of the government for getting paid, man. Not only, let's look at this narrative. You know, they need people to be on drugs so they can have a police department, FDA.
That part. You know that part. Look at all those departments: DEA, FDA, FBI, GBI, all these agencies, bro.
You know, they have to bring a consistency of drugs over so you can have a consistency of drug addicts, alcoholics.
Come on now. Then it goes into the medical field too. You know how much money is made in the medical field just by stuff like that?
Ambulance got to get paid. Doctors got to get paid. Therapy has to get paid. You know, psych.
The legal drugs that are being made got to get sold. You know.
That's right. See, so you got to understand, people. You know, that's why we come in here and we talk about these subjects, man. We're talking about the good parts of it, and also there's a dark side of it. You know, and hand in hand, it goes. You know, it goes one way or another. We could talk about gas. You know, how is that affecting us? Really?
Come on, man, gas.
It's been consistent that the gas price has been going up. Okay, it's dropped a little bit, but it still hasn't dropped where like, man, back in the days, right? So,
right, nah, never.
You know, are we ever going to get to that part?
Never.
Who knows, man? Let's talk about it, man. You know,
he said some places 15.
You know, some places 15, man, $15, man.
Wow,
that is crazy, man. You know, that must be Las Vegas or something, man.
Yeah, probably Vegas.
You know,
Vegas, they go up on everything. They go up on everything, homie. I had to get smart when I'm in Vegas. I know more. I like buying stuff on the strip. I go like to Walgreens or one of those.
Yeah.
And get all the stuff you need. But you get it anywhere else.
I'm telling you, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, come on, people. All you
Let's
guys
talk about it.
Let's talk. Whoever's on it, and tell us how you guys feel, and you know, what you give us your comments, man. You know,
let's talk about it. You can call in too if you want. There's a number.
Tap in.
You know what I mean? Tap in. Let's talk about it, man.
We just getting started.
We just getting started. But bottom line, consistency is the main thing we want to preach. Anything you do, I've been seeing a lot of people out there that we follow and friends with. Like I seen Brenda. She's been in the gym I see her posting in the gym every day. So you're on your marathon, Brenda. Salute to you. Just stay consistent. See, once you build a routine, consistency comes behind it, and now you do it every day, and it becomes almost normal to you. You know what I mean? Like when we don't go to the gym or something like that, it doesn't. You almost feel bad, like you did not go, and you want to make up for it. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah, I talked to her a couple times on IG, and she tells me, and she sees me. I'll be like, hey, I'm going to the gym. You know, I put it out there. And she'll come back.
Said, I'm at the gym right now.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Salute to you, Brenda. That's what's up. That's consistency. That's consistency right there.
That's multitasking consistency right there. You know, she's working out and tapping in at the same time.
Right, that part. Salute to you, Brenda.
You know, And like I said, I talked to her a couple of times, and I'll show that I'm in the gym, and then she'll be like, "Hey, Big D, I'm on my way to the gym right now." Like, hey, there's power in consistency. You could motivate somebody.
Right.
You could be a big role model. Not to say that we're her role model, but just like say, you'll be surprised how you can encourage and disciple somebody into bringing their good habits back. Instead, your actions, say do a lot. That's consistency, man. Instead of us putting up videos, smoking weed and drinking beer and stuff like that. I mean, there's a consistency of that too. So you have to find a balance and consistency.
Yeah.
Whatever power that it's gonna help you, then hey, you got to follow that line. But not everything that you do consistently is healthy and it's beneficial too.
Right. Exactly. See, whatever you do, find, like you just said, find some balance, because we all knew everyone does whatever they do. Everyone does something, one thing or another, whatever you do, you know what I mean? But at least find some balance in it. Don't make one too much of the other. You know what I mean? If you are doing some things that are a little bit unhealthy, just make sure you're not doing too much of it, and you do other things. You know what I mean as well. Don't sit around all day and just do, first of all, nothing, or just sit around all day and just smoke or do something that's not helping you grow mentally, physically, or spiritually. You know what I mean? Or if you do your thing, it's a time and a place for everything. So have your little time, you know what I mean, but get back to the grind, you know what I mean, and that grind being whatever that's pushing you forward, you know what I mean, and just have balance in whatever you do, just balance it out. Whatever works for you, find that balance, you know what I mean, and make it happen.
Because it's crazy how you say that, Pops, because the power of consistency could be emotional too, bro. It could definitely be emotional, man. We got to forgive your failures, man. Sometimes we got to forgive ourselves.
Say that again, homie.
Sometimes, we got to forgive our failures, straight up, man.
Like that.
We need to remind ourselves constantly that, we can make mistakes.
Right.
That it's okay to making mistakes and being consistent of how sometimes we fail. A lot of us times, a lot of times we fail. We don't do this right, and we don't do that right, and it seems like your consistency is bad. But that's how I think in a lot of parts. That's how you remind yourself and you pull yourself out and you make yourself a better person, because of all the negativities and those walls that you hit helps you to be consistent and the power to change.
Use those, like you said, use those walls that you run into, or those failures, or something you got denied on. Use that to go harder and make you better. That's not, just because one no, you know what I mean, doesn't mean it's another no. You know what I mean? You got to keep going. Everything is, put your best foot forward and keep moving, keep walking. You know what I mean? You're gonna run into roadblocks, but hey, you know what I mean? You can break through them, man. You're still here today. Think of all the things you've been through in your life. You know what I mean? Some worse things you thought you'd never come out of. You know what I mean? You came out of it.
Exactly.
You're here right now.
Exactly. I mean, I'm pretty sure you hit a lot of walls too, right, Pops? I'm pretty sure a lot of people, all you people are already alive, man. If you want to drop your comment, how many times you hit a wall?
Still running into walls, but guess what?
Let's talk about it. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna stop, homie.
It just happens, but there's ways to be consistent. There is, we're here to bring the good news, man. I got some light, that things that help me. Pretty sure Pops has a lot of them to say, the things that help him. Like I said, you guys have stuff that can help us. We ought to be consistent amongst each other, amongst this panel, amongst this community, There's a positive YouTube channel. If you look at it, we're learning. So is mine. I don't do nothing perfect. I learn when I come on here. It helps me benefit, be consistent on my channel. It shows me, it empowers me to be a better steward. I learn from you guys, and I learn from Pops a lot right here. It's helped me to settle down, to calm myself down, to revive, to study. So many things. Because we got to pay. We got to pay to you guys. We got to pay tribute. You guys are coming out here supporting us, sharing this algorithm. Hitting those like buttons and everything else, constantly, it just gets better and better. Yesterday's, if you look at it, Sunday night oldies, man, it's getting better and better if you guys don't realize it right now, because of consistency, right? Because you people coming out supporting, that's what I'm saying, the consistency of that. And I was tired yesterday. I ain't gonna lie. If you guys know, yesterday I was at the car wash.
Yeah, shout out to man, but you guys did your things. Salute to
Oh man, it was a beautiful
Monica
thing.
sent me the link. Like I said, I wish I could be. I wasn't there, but I'm gonna support. So I'm gonna send some money through the
No,
thing
no,
and all
no.
that.
Hey, by you guys just acknowledging that, man, just saying, hey, prayers to your aunt. I can honestly say, man, that everything's paid off. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Wow.
Yeah, there's a couple other things that there's stuff, like I said, it all comes with contributions and people supporting. The consistency of family support, friend support, and everything else, man. But I was tired yesterday, but man, I was so delightful. I played everything back today, and I was just like, man, you guys were rocking last night, man.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. I really love. I'm really loving the show. Me personally, just like tonight's show, when we, like I spoke on last night, when everyone comes together, and it's more just about the people now, the interaction, what they request. I don't even really have playlists and stuff ready, but the people just come in, man, with these requests, and I love it because I get to hear stuff I even haven't heard in a long time, or stuff I don't even know about. I be like, wow, that's a
we learning, man.
That's a bad jam right there, bro. So I love it, man. You know what I mean? Shout out to everyone who tunes in with us on Sunday nights, man. And like this show too as well. Again, this is a way we can learn and break bread with the people. And we could talk about these topics and try to just pick each other's brain, but in a good way. You know what I mean? We could feed each other.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
And like every other night you have your Wednesday nights and your Friday nights, man. They're just getting better. The people that you have on, you collab with, I ain't saying you're bringing on the right people. I'm just saying it's a blessing, man. The collective has been very accurate because your consistency,
thank you, brother.
You're the power that you're doing behind it. So it helps you to know who to bring in, I think, and to make those conscious decisions because you're exploiting to everybody else that your community, man, your viewers.
Right.
We just want to send the right message to you guys, and the power of that.
Shout out to the team like you on here with me on Monday. Shout out to DD, my producer, and shout out to Queen Jean, of course, and the people at the radio show, Floss and Hank. It's all, we all bring it together and make it happen. There's no one person. So I just appreciate all the support and the love and the people that that love me and keep me on point. You know what I mean? So salute to you guys.
Even the hookah lounge, man, was good this week.
Yeah, the hookah lounge. They had Monica, your wife, in there. They were talking relationships. And I think next time they do that, we got to bring them in because you were in the comments like heavy talking because you know what I mean. There's a lot of stuff you wanted to say, but you couldn't say it. So I think the next one, right? They need to do that, but then let the men come in too. Like we'll split it up, have a panel over here, and they can talk, and then everyone can talk. You know what I mean? And we can get some understanding because I think some men needed to be in there too. But great job, ladies.
I don't care what you're huffing and puffing on it, but you know what I mean? Keep it real, man. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But,
that part.
I'm hoping
Momo, what up?
Better.
Yeah.
You feel better, man. I love when they come out, man. It was a great show. And we appreciate that, man. So like I said, it's all about and let me read another quote if you guys don't mind, right?
Go ahead, brother.
Here's another one. Consistent actions creates consistent results. Right? When we're looking for results a lot of time, but you have to be consistent of what you're looking for, your purpose. We keep going you go, let's say you take your children to the ballpark, man. Every day, if you take them to practice, he becomes that better athlete, that better baseball player, that better football player, that better karate, karate kid. Take them to
Daniel's son,
and then some, you know what I'm saying? And that's what it is, let me say it one more time, right? Consistent action creates consistent results. That's the part that we and Pops were saying, don't give up on yourselves, go back, because there's beneficial results when you're doing something consistently. Like I said, it took me a long time, where, I was like the marshmallow man, but I had to be consistent in my health because
the marshmallow man.
I'm serious, man.
Let's talk about it.
I was thinking about my daughter and I was thinking about my wife. Like, I got to give myself, a chance, man. And that's what you do when you're consistent, when in the good particles of life, because like I said, there's sometimes what we do where we have bad habits and we're consistent in those things as well. But, whatever is consistent that's going to help you to live a longer life and to be a better human being, those are the things that you got to study and practice. It's just, I'll say that. Anything else after that is just like, you don't want to be a consistent negative person because you ain't going to find no results in that. You don't want to be a consistent, I ain't gonna say drug addict, you know, because people need help, man, you know. So you know, you gotta pick your battles on what is important to you, because consistency involves a lot of importance and things that matter. You know, I mean, that's the thing that I realized in life, man.
That's dope, homie. That's dope. What do you think are good ways? Like, what do you think? I mean, we're talking about it tonight, but what do you think are good ways or methods or anything you can give to the people to help them get started? Like, say someone, okay, like, see a few people in here say they already started on doing their thing, their marathon, whatever it is. I see the house said he started doing some push-ups and he's seeing some results. The ladies may want to start going to the gym or may want to start walking, hiking, whatever. What's a good way for someone to start, bro? You know what I mean? And get on track doing what they want to do. Some people may say it's not easy. They don't have the time, you know, don't have, you know, whatever it may be.
I think when you want to be consistent, people set too many goals. You know what I mean? They want to do this, they want to do that. Just focus on one thing. You know, what's the thing that's most important to you? Focus is everything, you know, to being consistent. You know, if you're focused, obviously you're going to be able to do it. You know, and that's just the whole power, the whole power behind it. My wife said right now, get rid of your distractions. You know, those who are going to be negative towards you, don't even tell them your goals, man. Because right away they're going to put you down. You know what I mean? Oh, you ain't going to be.
So starve your distractions.
Yeah.
Whatever those distractions are, starve them.
Starve them. Get rid of them. Cut them. You know what I mean? Isolate it. You know what I mean? Get rid of it. Lock it up. You know, because those are the first things that are going to bring you down. It's crazy if you see it sometimes in relationships. You want to know how? When I was going out and working out, let's talk about it. Right? I'm gonna tell you, people. This is crazy, man. Right? For a minute, for a second. So when I started working out, right, I was going to the gym. You know, I was working out. Weight was dropping. Guess who was my first critic, man? My wife, man. You know what I'm saying? Oh, what are you going? You're very consistent. You're going every day. Is there somebody that's over there that you're going for?
Oh, here we go. Hold on one more time.
Let's talk about it.
Here we go.
Oh my God. You know, sometimes, you know, and this, look, I'm even gonna show you guys something, okay? And I know, you know, part of this show, man, and part of my show, but right now, today, we're talking. It's about fun and games. You know, we're family, right? We're friends, people, right? And let me tell you, let me keep it real. Okay, that's all about keeping it real, man, you know, straight up. And these are my results, because I don't talk about it, I be about it, you know, as best as I can. I don't do things perfectly, okay? I make a lot of mistakes too. But here's one of the results. Hopefully you guys can see, and I want to show you guys, right? And this is what my wife was reflecting at.
Oh, okay. Is that Big D? Is that Big D? That's the big homie, Big D. Big D.
That's big D.
That's big D.
395 pounds, man. Almost pushing 400.
Wow. 395, bro.
Hey, 395, and now I'm right now at 292. You know,
wow.
So you know, that's the power of consistency. And I'm telling you, there was a lot of distractions along the way. And the one main person that I thought that was not going to distract me or have any doubt in me, but she didn't, but would give me a hard time to do what I have to do, was my wife. Absolutely. I'll be honest with you guys, my wife. Because like I said, you know, what are you going for?
Homie said 395.
You know, my wife. Hold on. And my wife, look, now she wants to say something. And then my wife was like, oh, what are you going for? Who's there? You want to do this? So you got to persevere. You got to cut the people off, the ones that are going to take away, you know, from what your goals are going to be, man. And I hate to say it, in relationships, it could be your spouse, your boyfriend, and then the family comes right after that, man. Like, oh, you know, you're looking for a positive feedback, and they still don't want to acknowledge you, man. You know, my wife, she tried to throw me on the lap band, and that's all dedicated hard work right there. She did. She wanted me to throw me on the lap band. I said, you know what? I don't want to do. I want to work at it. I want to be consistent. And then when I started working on it, I was like, fudge, like this. I gotta do this every day. Like, oh my God, you know, being consistent, it's gonna hurt you. It's gonna feel ugly. It's gonna feel like you ain't getting nowhere. But let me tell you, if you're consistent, the power of consistency, if you keep doing what you're doing, your focus, you're gonna get to your goals, man. And then once you get there, it's gonna feel so delighting. Like that picture.
How does that, like you say, when you sometimes like you said this, how you were, how big you were, whatever. How was that like for you? I know it's hard, like to really, okay, I'm gonna go hard, but you just don't see those results like you, or maybe like you want to. You know what I mean? Does it get distracting, irritating? Like you just say, man, F it. You know, do you keep, like, at what point do you really start seeing results? Because you can just go, like, even me recently, like I've been kind of slack lately, last few months. I don't know what it is. You know, I'm going to the gym, but I'm not going as hard, and I can see it. I'm seeing a little gut, all this, you know what I mean? So I'll start going harder, right? Going harder. You know, but it's up and down, man. And you don't see it like you want it. You know, I don't know what it is. Like, how do you stay encouraged?
How I stayed encouraged is I started looking at things, the reality of things. And what I mean by that, I started seeing my clothes started fitting me smaller, bigger. So that was the results right there. I started seeing the results. My clothes started getting bigger. I was lighter on my feet. You know, I was eating the proper food that I was supposed to eat. I was feeling better. So those are the things. And I was just like, shoot, man, it's working. You know, it's working. So I didn't go and weigh myself every day. I didn't go and look at my clothes. I just kept on being consistent and going. I just kept going and going and going. And that's the whole part. Whatever you guys are doing that's positive, just keep going. If you're going to school, keep going. If you're making breaking barriers within your family and your kids and your family, keep doing it. If you're going to church and it's doing something into your spirit, keep going. You know, the whole thing of consistency also is results. You know, consistency has to revolve in results. You know, if you see yourself not smoking weed for 1 week, and then the next week gets easier. If you see yourself not drinking alcohol one day, it gets easier the next. Let me tell you, this is coming from a person that's been there and done that. And a lot.
How do you turn down the tacos though? Like Brenda just said, my mom was trying to feed me tacos today, and I was like, only one. I had to say no.
I'll tell you what. Don't eat the
Let's talk about it.
Don't eat the tortilla, just eat the meat.
Oh, that's the secret right there.
Right there.
But the tortilla is the best. But
let me tell you, hey.
Okay, let's talk about it.
When you want to eat a burger, don't eat the buns. You know what I mean?
Right.
Now even the fast food people know how to. The era they came back and they know how to do it. They'll give you a lettuce burger, right? You know, protein burger. Right. They know how to, so it's what you select in life. You know what I mean? That's going to involve with your consistency in life as well. You know, so you want to stay consistent to one thing. You know, brushing your teeth. You know, your teeth are so darn yellow. Keep going to the dentist and brush your teeth every day. You know, hygiene. You know, you want to go into. You know, you want to smell good, look good every day. Take a shower every day, man. Take two showers a day. You know, it's consistency it breaks barriers, man, and gives you results. You know, just like an addict, man. Like I said, if an addict wants to go get his drugs, he's gonna be consistent at it. He's gonna get it any way he can.
He's gonna get it. He's gonna definitely get it.
He's gonna get it. So the way they have that power of consistency, that's the way you have the consistency back. You know. But let me tell you one thing between us and them, ours is more challenging than theirs. Let me tell you that. Way more challenging and a lot harder too.
For sure. Let me see. I cut down my portions on my plate. No second servings. You gotta, consistency, discipline.
Yeah. Well, you know how I got to that big. I'm gonna be honest with you. It comes with the story. So I had back surgery, right? I'm pretty sure I told you guys about it. You know, if you're not, go to my channel. I talk a little bit about it. And you know, for those who had surgery, especially in your backs, man, surgeries ain't fun, man, you know, because there's a lot of healing that there's a process, you know, you can't, you know, some is recovery. You could walk the next day. Some, it takes you like a whole year just to walk, man, to get back to normal. So to make a long story short, you know, I had back surgery, and I'm pretty sure Joker, you know, homie Joker, he had back surgery before, so he kind of knows what I'm talking about. So, you know, it's all about related. So when I couldn't walk, right, and that's when my daughter was like maybe a year or 2 year old, and my wife, you know, she will work. She, you know, she was a provider of the family. That I was getting a disability because of my back, etc.
Sweet Cadillac. Yeah.
Go ahead. Yeah. So what happened was that my wife would make me breakfast, lunch, and dinner, bro, and I couldn't walk. I used to crawl for like 2 months. I had to crawl, and using the restroom was like the worst, man, because I had to get up, stand up, do all that part. So to make a long story short, imagine I was eating breakfast, lunch, and dinner before it was even lunch, bro. So, you know what I'm saying?
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner before it was even lunch.
Before it was lunch. And then when my wife would come, you know, she would like, hey, I'm gonna make dinner. Are you hungry still? And I'd be like, heck yeah, I'm hungry. You know, so and then after a lot of times she would go out to eat. And back in the days, they used to have the family they still have the family burger discount. You know, you buy 4 burgers, 4 fries, 4 sodas for like $20, you know?
Right.
Well, guess who was eating 2 burgers, 2 fries, 2 sodas? It was me, dog. You know what I'm saying? So I put myself in that bad predicament because, you know what I mean, depression, I was oppressed. You know, I was mad, you know, because I was just like, damn, how this happened to me. I thought I was healthy. You know, I was more consistency of the negativity, bro, instead of just realizing that, hey, you know, just going through it, because I had nobody really telling me and helping me and, you know, and watching over me. My wife was only doing that. She thought she can do the best she can to make me happy. So, you know, sometimes you got to understand. And when people are depressed, when they're anxiety, worry, stress, food is a source, man. It's consistent eating, bro, you know, like you said. And especially if you're drinking and smoking, you know, it's just like, depending what you're smoking, you smoke that skante, it's going to make you, you know, 95 pounds. So.
Yeah, for sure. You know, all that eating late night, you know, so like I said, again, even if you like to eat, some people can, I mean, it's just all about balance. You know what I mean? And some people have it worse than others. Some people just don't, you know, some people are blessed that they don't just, you know, they're naturally have good, whatever you call it, genes and all that, where they metabolism, you know what I mean? Where they can eat everything, they don't gain nothing, you know what I mean? So it's like some people is different, bro. I'm seeing now as I'm getting older, because I never was one to really just, like I used to, even when I started working out and everything, you know what I mean? I wanted to put on weight. Now it's just coming on me, bro. Like, I'd be like, whoa, you know what I mean? So I'm trying to keep it off now. So, but I got to stay consistent, more cardio in my work, because I used to go to the gym and lift and do my stuff. I got to get more cardio now. It was never really that much cardio, but, you know, I'm seeing I got to get it in more now. So I got to be more consistent with that.
Yeah, you know, because consistency is the critical driver of success, bro.
That part.
You know what I mean, it's very critical, man. You know, how you drive, you know what I mean, to what your success is. You could go a bad route, or you could take the good route, man, big time. So, you know what I mean, I had to make a decision, you know, I had to make a decision on how I was going to, you know what I mean, balance my lifestyle for the future. So I took that route, like, hey, man, I got to give myself a chance. And let me tell you, my wife was on the sideline. She was just looking, bro, observing. You know, when I was in San Diego, right, we used to go on our walks every morning. Come on, let's go for a walk. And then when we get to the walk right there where we used to go, right there in Oceanside, they had stairs. So then after I go, let me hit the stairs. So I start hitting the stairs one day, like come down. And then I started going again and then again. So, you know,
I heard a few people told me that's a real good exercise, like to lose, like the stair thing. I've heard that from a few people.
Let me tell you something, man. Stairs is a gift, you know, because it takes a lot of not only motivation, but you have to have will, because you're gonna get tired and you're gonna lose your wind real quick, man. But if you're consistent, and that's how I lost a lot of my weight, I'm gonna be honest with you. You know what I mean? If you're consistent, you're gonna you're building your wind, but you're building your endurance. And you know what I mean? So it's just like, man, so, you know, after those stairs, I used to come home and take a shower, and I tell my wife, then I was ready to go to the gym and hit some weights, because now my blood was pumping. You know, it's just like bam, bam, bam. Now I'm ready to go. You know, and that's the whole part of, you know, consistency makes you go, man. You know, like a drug addict, they're consistent, they're ready to go. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter if they're going to walk 1,000 miles or they're going to walk down the block. You know what I mean? That's just the way it works. You know, your mindset's ready to go. You know, it requires
just because you're skinny don't mean you healthy. Oh, that's right. That's true though.
So what happened? It was requiring me for a long-term, you know what I mean, commitment, and from me, and it was helping me to involve, you know what I mean, my wife, to bring her on board and to be part of the relationship. She was an observer, and then after, you know what I mean, because you know how to attack women these days, you know what I mean, or since you gotta tell them, hey, baby, you know, your butt's getting a little too big, you look a little too woggly. I mean, hey, I'm just saying, ladies, you know.
But it's hard. You can't tell women. Women are real sensitive, bro.
and we don't want to talk about their age or their weight. Those are two things you don't talk to a woman. But it got to my wife's heart, and she was like, "Oh, do I really look at it like this, or do I really look at it?" And then I was able to come in and try to look at. You know what? If you just hit the stairs with me, you know what I mean. Your butt will look good in 6 months. You know what I'm saying? So let's go. You know what I mean? So the next thing you know, it helped me to get her involved. You know what I mean? And then after that, my daughter started seeing us. And she's like, "Oh, well, where are you guys going?" Like, "Girl, you know where you're going. I got a 3 membership. We're going to the gym. You want to go or not? Stop playing." And next thing you know, at sometimes she'll get in there and she wants to go, man. So there's power in consistency. You know what I mean? There is. That's the title. That's the other instrument. There's title.
How do we encourage people like these young women? Because nowadays too, what's going on? A lot less exercise and gym memberships and more doctor visits and you know what I mean, with these surgeries and all these other things. You know what I mean? These
lifts and these
all of that. Let's talk about it. What how do we encourage them to be consistent and not going to the doctor and more to the gym?
My thing is, you got to be an example first, man. Before you go tell somebody to do it, you need to be the results of it. I just showed you guys a picture of myself, you know what I mean? And I ain't saying I'm there yet, but I'm glad I'm not where I used to be. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, of course I could lose another 50, 60 pounds, and I'm working at it, So you got to be the example. I don't tell my wife no more. Like, I'll tell her once, like, "Hey, you want to go to the gym?" Make it welcoming. You know what I mean? Make it involved. You know what I mean? What helped me too what helped me lose weight is that my daughter
he said I watched Big Boy, but Big Boy had a surgery, man. Tweet. Big Boy, Big Boy from Power 106. He had that thing, but for years to me now he looks normal. Like, it's like okay, but I'm not gonna lie, for a long time he looked weird to me because you could just tell. You know what I mean? I don't know. He looked weird. Now it's okay, but for a long time he looked weird to me, bro. After that happened, like you got sucked up. You know what I mean? Because you just know.
Overweighted Alabama tick, bro.
Yeah, I was like, man, I don't know, but now it's normal now finally. But for a long time, dude looked weird to me after he got that surgery, man.
But see, the reason why I got to that point, man, because it was a life or death situation.
Yeah, I know it was different. That's
what you just
said. It was serious for him.
You just said a question right now. Like,
he was like 500 pounds, bro. You said 398. He was like 500, bro. Easy.
So like you said, how do we get? Other people don't. I'm gonna tell you this is how. Yeah, I'm glad you just said that, Pops. Is that don't be on your dying bed and saying I should have did this or I should have done that.
Yeah.
That's how you did it. Because when you get older, it gets freaking a lot harder, man. I'll tell you that. Don't be that person. That's a drug addict's thing too. I should have stopped doing drugs at this time. I should have.
Yeah, it's too late.
We're consistent. The power consistency, how we got our drugs and did that. We'll go at any means. But how we get to where we're at, don't be that one like say, man, I should have did this when it's already too late.
Right.
Because everything comes to an end, man. I should have stopped smoking cigarettes, or I should have stopped eating. I should have went to college. I should have done this. Don't be one of those statistics. I should have, would have, but didn't. There ain't no power in that. The should have and would have, there is no power in that. It's what you do today, how you make a stand. What motivates you? What do you want to live for? My daughter was a big help for me because I used to get her involved in volleyball, baseball. So I had to be that 300, 400 pound dad running out there and be like, damn, you know what I'm saying? So I had to develop. That's one way how you develop with children, with your spouses, with your friends, your coworkers. Get involved in activities. Fishing. How does fishing help? Because it's mental. It's consistent. It's soothing. It's calmness.
Yeah, you get out there and fish. You just relax.
A lot of times, we forgot about that word. We used to say it back in the days. Pops, hey, relax, homie. Relax.
Kick back, homie. Relax.
Kick back, relax. You know what I'm saying? So we bring up these old foundations, these old theories, those slangs and all that. That's what we do. That's the G-Lew show. That's Big D keeping it real. We don't do it perfectly. We don't. But I just showed you a picture right now, giving a little bit of my personal information. You guys just saw me. You think it's easy for me to say, hey, Pops, I was 400, a long time ago. But no, because you know what? If I step on a scale today, I'll be 295 or maybe at 300. That still makes me happy because, hey, I lost 95 hard pounds.
Right.
I didn't do it on a fashion diet. I didn't really do it especially I didn't get surgery.
And when you get, I know too, that's why I say the more, probably the bigger, like whatever you get, I'm sure it's harder to not lose weight, but to stay consistent with it. And because once it's on there, now it's a fight to keep it off, opposed to
Exactly.
like, just probably just when you think you're not doing any damage just by not working out or doing whatever, it stays on or can easily come back. I know people that that struggle with that. Once they get a certain weight, it's hard. Like it's a battle now. You know what I mean? I even see the homie Javier. Like I know he's got big, compared to what he, and I know he went through everything he went through, the up and down. But I'm sure once it gets there, it's hard, man.
Right.
It's a battle.
It is, and big shout out to him because he tries to stay consistent. He tries to do it. He don't do it perfectly, but he's dedicated to what he wants to do, and that's the part for everybody that you said you want to give yourself a chance. That's what he does. If you feel like you overate sometimes, that's my wife. I feel like I overweight. Let's go to the gym. Guess what? It's closed. You know what I mean? And when tomorrow comes, there's another thing that people say a lot. And this is on the church. I heard this from church a lot. Right? This is a big setback amongst human beings. It doesn't matter, white, black, whatever. This is the quote. I'll go tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll go tomorrow.
I'll stop smoking tomorrow. I'll stop working out tomorrow. Yeah. Guess what, people? Let me tell you.
There ain't no tomorrow, Rock. Remember he said, there ain't no tomorrow, Rock.
Tomorrow ain't
there ain't no tomorrow.
Tomorrow is not freaking promised, man. So fact check that one. And if you ain't up to reality, then you're all about the unreality, man. You're living a pipe dream. I'm not even trying to sell it to you, man. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
I'm just keeping it real, man. And we're talking about it.
Talking about it tonight, baby.
We are talking about it, man. Consistency, man.
Oh,
It could go either way, people. It could go either way. Now I'm just.
Hey, the homie. Hey, he said he just got back from jogging 5.5 miles. Man, C-Dog and Cooper.
Shout out to homie C-Dog, you know what I mean?
C-Dog, what it do, homie Cuvo? Hey, that's dope. Cause see, that's what I'm like. I just spoke on me trying to do more cardio. I get in there, and when I go in the gym, I get on that treadmill or the elliptical, do 2 miles, you know what I mean? But then I stop, you know what I mean? I need to probably do 3 or 4 or 5. You know what I mean? So shout out to you, C-Dog.
Yeah. Big shout out. I seen him,
got to read the excuses. Shout out to Ellie Delgado. See, she's another one, inspiration. Like she likes to hike, and really does ridiculous, crazy hikes. You know what I mean? So I know you like to hike a lot too, D.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That helps me out a lot, man. But like I said, right now I got big setbacks. If you guys been following, my knee's been acting up, and this is the things that you guys are trying to avoid, the setbacks. Because they're gonna come, and they're gonna be very discouraging. And that's what happened to me. That's how I gained my weight. I had my back surgery, and that's what I'm saying. But if you're mastering how to be consistent, guess what? There's those setbacks. They're just gonna come. They ain't gonna be a wave. They're not going to be a big old storm. There's just going to be a little thing that's just going to pass by. So you got to prepare. If you guys don't know, man, I think that should be another one that we should do. Pops, preparation. That should be another title.
Preparation.
Prepare.
Okay.
You might want to
preparation. And I like to see all these titles tie in: consistency, preparation. I was trying to think earlier the ones we did, the popular ones earlier, but everything ties in together.
Everything. So we're on the same page, people. You know what I mean? That's what it's all about. For those that are going to watch this, you know what I mean, later on, 2 weeks later, a month later, years later, or right now to the whole world, man, that's what we're talking about every day. And we'll get into another little topic, about consistency, because it has to revolve around what I was just saying, relationships, man.
Let's talk about that. Come on now.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it. I'll be right back. Let's talk about it, people.
So whether you're the other gender in the relationship, whether you're the boyfriend or whether you're the husband, the wife, the girlfriend, the whatever, you know what I mean? That's where consistency, you know what I mean, is being attacked. Like I said, not attacked, but so more where that's where you get the moral of your support. Like I told you guys, When I started going to the gym, right, my wife was very skeptical. She wanted to know what was my purpose. She wanted to know what was my reasoning, you know, like, are you going to see girls? You know, see where you gonna go see girls? Are you gonna go? I was getting bombarded, you know what I mean? Seriously, you know? And for a good reason, you know, I was doing the good deed for myself, and that's what I'm saying. Sometimes our spouses could be a big setback into our goals, and sometimes you got to know how to micromanage that. You know, sometimes you gotta let, but it comes with communication, right? I had to let my wife know that, hey, you know what? I feel heavy because you don't feel this what I'm feeling, and I need results, and I need to do something about it. So sorry to say, I had to give a little bit of an explanation. But that's what it is when you're in a relationship. You know, when you're single, it's different, right? You don't have nothing to worry about. You know, the hair, the less hair on your head, you know what I mean? You don't have to explain, you know, so that's where it goes. But if you're, you know, consistent in a relationship, it comes with all that explanations, communication, all that's very important. How is the other part of your relationship, your partner supposed to understand when they don't know what direction you're going? So unless you provide them an answer and show the power of consistency, and then they could follow through and also not only support you, but you could bring them along your journey. So that's what we were talking about. You know, my wife became my journey. So now when I talk about her weight, you know, she don't get bad about it. You know, she just says, okay, I know you love me, babe. And yes, I love her where she's at, but I want her better. I'm not looking at her outer beauty. I want her to make sure that she lives 100 years old. You know, we all do, man. And that's why there's power in consistency. I wanted to motivate my wife. You know, I wanted to, you know, I motivate myself. She knows why I go to the gym, so I could be, you know, I could live long. We could get old together. You know, there's a reason why, you know, the things that we do, but a lot of people in relationships, you know, we don't explain that, or they don't understand that. So, you know, I'm a talker, you know, more than I'm a thinker. You guys notice, you know, Spencer, you know, I like to explain myself and give good reasoning, so they could be a mutual understanding. So now my wife knows when I go to the gym that I'm not over there fishing for anything else, that I'm actually, you know, working for myself. You know, I'm not trying to be a whale. I'm trying to turn into a shark. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's one thing that I want to make you guys understand. You know, it's the support system behind it. You know, so let me see. I think I have another quote, man. Right? Let me share it with you. Let me see. See if your relationship brings the true value, relationship meanings of negativity. I think I read them all. I'll tell you the truth, you know. I try not to go too much and try to get my own explanation. I like the quotes that are on here and so forth. But why is consistency so hard? You know, like I told you guys, you know, because, you know, it's a lot of pressure, you know. It's a lot of pressure amongst the things that we do, and a lot of people give up amongst that. When we don't see results right away, you know, it could be very discouraging. You know, when we're not getting results right away, they tell you, man, if you're a little bit overweight or you're doing something, you won't see, you know, people want to lose weight in one day. You know, they want to drop, you know, 50 pounds in 1 hour. That, you know, that it doesn't work like that. And let's just say you get to your margin, right, to your mark. You know, you still got to go and keep doing what you're doing, you know, to keep the weight off. I do. I still have to, you know, I gained a little bit more weight. I could have lost a lot more weight, but see, I got comfortable. You know, once I found out that I'm at, you know, to a certain point, I started eating the burgers again, drinking the sodas, you know, then I went back to the doctor. They were saying my high blood pressure was high. You know what I mean? My border, I'm always fighting diabetes. You know what I mean? I'm going to have it, but I do. So it's a battle. So then I was like, man, I have to make that change again. So, you know, I started going to the gym, eating properly right, you know, so I could make sure that I'm following suit. Making sure, because you're the only one that has the power of consistency and control of yourself, not anybody else. Your wife is not in charge. Your girlfriend is not in charge. Your boss is not in charge. Your teacher is not in charge. Your kids are not in charge. It's you.
And when you, like the homie Sea-Dog said, when you work out, even though you don't want to, you're dreading it, like, damn, I got to go to the gym, or I got to go run this my walk, or whatever it is. When you finish it, you feel good, man. You feel like, wow. You know what I mean? You feel proud of yourself. Now you can go relax and you don't feel bad. See, you don't feel bad after you want to say, I want to go relax now. Just kick back and all that. I did this good workout. I deserve that. But when you don't do the workout and you just pass the gym, you gotta go. You just pass it and go home. Like you said, I'll do it tomorrow. Mm-mm.
But let me give you a little an answer to that for me.
Part.
For me,
huh?
Let me give you a little part for me. When you work out, you do feel better. For most part. For most part. For me, it doesn't. Shit, I'm hurting that most of the time. I'm sad.
But maybe okay. Well, at least not physically, but mentally, you feel better.
Yeah,
you can say in your mind, like mentally, like
mentally, I'm strong, but physically, I'm hurting, man. The next day, sometimes I can't even get up from my workouts. My arms hurt, my back hurts, my legs hurt. I'm like, damn, why the hell did I even go to the damn gym?
That's what I've been, and see, that's what I'm saying, homie. That's what I've been fighting recently. Like, I don't know what it's been like the last maybe 2 months. It's like the last time I came. I don't know what it's been, bro. I just been like, I've been going and doing my thing, but not as hard, not as like my drive hasn't been there to go hard, bro. I'm just like going sometimes to, make sure I go, but I don't know, homie.
Because sometimes it's the results that we get. Yeah, you could go over there sometimes and I'm flexing and I'm looking good, but inside I'm like, oh, shit.
Right.
And they're slapping, hey, Big D, you look good, and I'm like, oh, okay. But the outer tone has to be all, we give a different personality about it. I'm not gonna let you guys know that I'm not hurting. I'm not gonna let you guys know that I'm soft because we're not trying to portray that. That's what I'm trying to say,
Right.
But so that's why you probably feel the way you do sometimes, man. Because we don't want it. Sometimes it's ugly, man. People go to the gym to get results, not to feel the results. But it hurts though, man. You know what I mean? It hurts, man. But I see people. Let me tell you something. When I started going back to the gym after my back surgery, this is what inspired me the most. We used to go to 24 Hours Fitness, and I was like 10 years younger. I was like my 30s. Mm-hmm. And I seen this guy. He was 74 years old, bro, playing a full court baseball. You know what I mean? But not baseball, basketball. And they used to call him Bruce. White guy, he was like 7 feet tall. And I used to see him running back and forth, bro, and I'm like, damn, dog, this guy is 70 years old, and he's consistent, bro. That's power, man. See, because that's motivation right there. So I said, if he could do it, I'm gonna do it, dude. You better believe it. It's just like this, it's just like
sometimes other people do give you motivate. Like sometimes I'm in the gym, bro. Like I just was telling you, my drive ain't been there as much. I'm just ready to. I go in there and do my little thing, and I'm like, oh, I'm good. But what the motive? I'll turn around to the side and I'll see, like you just said, a 60-year-old, a 70-year-old man or woman over there going hard, bro. Like, you know what I mean? So I'm like, nah, I can't. I gotta. You know what I mean? That makes me like, nah, I gotta go harder, bro. If he can do it,
it makes your excuses feel like bullshit.
Yeah, that part.
Like quit bullshitting, man.
That part.
I go to the gym. I see this guy. I don't know, with no legs, man.
Yeah, you see. Yeah, that's another thing. Yeah, and they go hard, bro.
So let me tell you, their power of consistency. It's live or die. Some people are in a death situation, bro. You know what I mean? So that's why they take that mark. You know what I mean? They take it seriously, and that's what I think. That's why, like you said, you want to know why people don't have the consistency because they're not serious.
Yeah,
that's what I think. You know what I mean? If you really talk, like we've been talking about it. They're not serious about their relationship, their addictions, you know what I mean, their stabilities, you know what I mean, their lifestyles. They're just not, they're not serious, man. And I'm glad that, as we keep going on, on the show, it makes me realize something. Now I got an answer. For me, I think people are not serious about their lives, man. And you're going to get a lot of that, straight out, because you could tell who's serious.
That's what it comes down to.
That's what it comes. You could tell who's serious and who's not, man. That's why there's certain branches in the military, man. You could be in the Army, but if you're gonna be in the Marines, you better not be out.
Yeah, for real.
Because over here at this side of part of town, these guys over here, we're gonna train you to be natural born killers, straight up.
Yeah, the Marines.
If you want to be in the ocean, take by the ocean, go to the Navy.
The Navy, yeah.
Not to say they're soft. But
no, it's just different. It's all of it's different breakdown. They train. They're trained to be whatever they like. Like you said, the Marines is trained those. My brother's a Marine. Hey, that dude, bro. I remember when he went. He just never. He ain't the same, man.
It's like you go to prison. Man.
He is a fool, but he's intelligent. But he's a fool.
You go to prison. You got level 4 from a level 1.
Yeah.
Man. Let me tell you,
Right.
Totally
Yeah. There it is.
they're gonna act totally different, man. You go to work, man. You got your guys who's the manager, and then you got your freaking supervisor. They're gonna act different.
Right.
No, that's just the way it is, man. The power consistency, it depends. You know what I mean? What kind of mantle you want to carry, how you want to represent yourself, what you get your ball, what you get your. How they say, what did I get myself into? You know, straight out.
Right.
But, you know, that goes based on you, man. You know. I found those 2 quotes that I was talking about. Let me read another one real quick.
Go ahead.
Consistency is more important than perfection, bro.
Say that one again.
Consistency is more important than perfection. You know what I'm saying? Everybody wants to be perfect. They want to get the surgery. They don't want to work hard at it. You know what I mean? When you're doing something consistently, you're learning something. You know, you're learning how to overcome situations. You're learning how to deal with your battles face to face. You know, you don't want to beat around the bush and go around the corner, man. You're dealing with things with head-on situations, man. And that's what separates, you know what I mean? Like you said, you know what I mean? From the strong into the people who are weak. And that's why, but there's nothing wrong with that, because those people who are weak, the people who are strong are supposed to teach them. You know, we're supposed to be their mentors. You know, we're supposed to come and help them and develop them and relate to them. I ain't gonna say all my life I've been strong all my life. I'll be lying to you if I'm telling you guys that I've been on. There's only one person that has been perfected in this world, and he's even written. There's even a book behind him, and that book has not changed any quote, any chapter, any verse, anything. That's the Bible, man. That Bible is consistent. You know what I mean? People have tried to make their own versions of the Bible. You know, if you notice, they're different religions. But that one Bible stays consistent and very transparent to this very day. And that's the solidarity of people's faith in God, bro. You know what I mean? Straight up. They're consistent in it. I could go back. I'm having a bad day. Oh, Lord, you know, I felt like drinking today. You know what I mean? Like, oh, go back to it. He's going to tell you what drinking does to you. Oh, Lord, I smoked a joint today. I haven't done it. Forgive me. He's going to tell you, he's going to forgive you, man. He's going to love you. He's going to, you know, you guys... I'm telling you, consistency is it's not about perfection, man. It isn't. You know, ain't nobody gonna be perfect. You know, and I trip out on people how they come out on YouTube and they try to act like they're perfect, and they're getting red flagged, bro. You know, their true personality is coming out every single day, man. You know, and it's scary, man, because our children and us, we look at it, man. Let me drop another quote. Let me drop you another one, right? Got one more. One more. I got one more for that.
I hope you guys are writing this stuff down. Go ahead, bro.
Don't be extreme, but be consistent.
Don't be extreme, but be so don't put tens on it. Don't put a 10 on the 2. Just be consistent. You don't have to make it all happen in one day.
Don't overexert yourself. Don't overdo it, man. Hey, instead of trying to lose 10 pounds in one day, just lose the first pound first. You know
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Instead of smoking, you know what I mean? You're saying I'm gonna stop smoking these pack of cigarettes, just stop smoking 9 cigarettes, you know? That's what it is, you know? Hey, step, you want to stop drinking, instead of drinking that 12-pack, drink 1 beer a day. You know what I mean? It's a process. Consistency is a process. You know, nothing happens overnight. And Rome wasn't built overnight, people. You know, let me tell you, man, you know, it takes time. Relationships are not, when you meet your girlfriend, man, it's not built in one day. It takes years of development and understanding, man, you know, but if you're going to be persistent and consistent, you know, you're working at it, man.
Right.
Those 2 quotes, they help you, you know, because it helps me, you know. You come out here, and that's where I see myself at. I didn't say I was going to lose weight, and it's taken me like almost, to be honest with you want to be honest with you, it's took me almost 4 years to lose like 100 pounds. 4 freaking years, man. Just to lose 100, be like, oh, well, Big D, you've been working out for 4 years. You should be 185 pounds. Well, it's not under your expectations. It's under mine. You know what I mean? It's how I do it. You know what I mean? That's what's wrong with us. You know, we put pressure on our kids. We put so much pressure on the kids, in our wives, and our husbands, and our spouses, and our grandparents, and our relationships, at our job, that there's no consistency, man. That's why people, when it gets too hard, they bail out. You know? Oh, I haven't seen you at the gym for a couple of days there, buddy. What's going on? Shit, you know what? You told me to lift 100 pounds. I can barely lift 10. You know, I said, I ran away. You know, that's the way it is, man. You know, that's what happens, man. You know, I'll read that one more time to you guys.
Hit that again.
Consistency is more important than perfection. You know, just show up. You know what I mean? Don't think you're gonna get it overnight, man. You know, you think G-Lew's channel grew overnight? No, it didn't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, come on, you know.
For years, man.
It took years, man. Dedication, hard work. Look what he's doing, right? Look what you're doing, Pops. And that's why I honor you, bro. You're rapping, you're selling your clothing, you have your channel, you do Monday nights, Wednesday nights, Friday nights, Sunday nights. That takes effort. You're taking your time to build your protege, bro. And people think, oh, wow, G-Lew got to almost 16,000 because he's cool.
And we're
man.
consistent, and we don't, consistent, and it's, you know, and eventually, you know, it comes together eventually.
It's hard work, man. Hard work. People don't want to put the hard work, and that's what's wrong too these days. You know, I try to get on my daughter's ass. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Hey, you know what? Get up, wash the dishes every day. Hey, get up. You know, clean your room. You know, now these, you know, that's what if you want to learn and teach your kids how to do something from the beginning, give them responsibility and goals so they can set their goals. Wash your clothes. Teach them independency. You know what I mean? Wash the dishes. Give them chores. You know, so they could develop a consistency among and dwell and build a relationship and confidence within themselves, and be like, instead of me telling you like, hey man, like, you know what I mean, like, hey, wash the dogs, give them a responsibility so they could be accountable. And every topic that me and G-Lew has talked about this far, you know, that's how it works. And you show them love behind it too. You know what I mean? You know, consistency. There's power in consistency when you show love, bro. We hadn't even talked about that.
Right. Get into the love part of it.
I ain't even talked about to the love part, man.
Get to the love part, man.
You know.
I'm just reading something that salute to everyone in the comments. They're going back and forth with some health tips and what's good to take and everything. You know what I mean? Everyone's breaking bread in the comments. So salute to everyone. Shout out to my boy JC. That's consistency, JC, too. Those 500, that's real every day. Well, every weekday. Lunch break, I hit him, bro. So yeah, that's consistency, you know, but just a routine. Start wherever you start at, and just be consistent with that, you know, and then, you know, build from there.
Exactly. So the consistency of love. Let me tell you something, people. This is my point of view. Okay. If you're gonna, before you love anybody, love yourself first.
Yeah, you have to.
Be consistent in yourself. You know, fix yourself. Invest in yourself. You know, that's what you got to do. And then you could be a better person for the world that's out there. You know, if you have consistency and love and especially confidence within yourself, imagine how much power you could bring to the people that are out there in your communities, at your job, in your family. You know, because people are always looking, man. You know, they're always looking at me. Trust me. Right? People, wherever I go, it's funny. Like I said, everywhere I go, you know, I find out to know that I know this person, that knows that person, that knows that person, that knows that person. That's how I met this person right here, you know, Pops right here. Not realizing that I knew somebody that he knew, but it was through a different way of knowing it. But we were connecting on a different way anyways. And when we found out we were the same people,
that was it. That was crazy. And you know what's even crazier? I was watching some of your old interviews, like, before I even knew, you know what I mean? I'm like, this guy, he was something. I'm like, hold up. But then then you would always mention Brick, the neighborhoods. I'm like, this guy, so, but it still didn't click, you know what I mean? Until later, but then it all made sense, you know what I mean?
We were already before, like you said.
Yeah, it was already there. We just didn't know, but we knew. I knew it was something though. I'm like, so. And then even more when I found out my homeboy, I think I told you, yeah, when Charles was telling I talked to my homeboy Stranger, he used to live over there. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. And I told him about you, and he was like, wow, you know what I mean? It's a small world, man.
It's a small world. I know. It's funny how I know, like I said, you know, what's her name that follows us, you know? She's on here right now. Denise Castillo. You know, so it's just like, wow, what a small world, you know?
Denise, I got your back, homie.
You know, some of my family members, and
Denise,
she but you know,
got your back.
Yeah, one day we went, and she was just like, "Hey, man, I'll pay for you, D. You know, come out, you know, spend time with us and the family." And I didn't realize it was $2. I thought it was more than that, but I took the blessing because, you know, I'm always proud to, I don't like to take anything from anybody. That's just me straight up. But one thing I don't like to do either, even if I fight it, is if somebody's blessing you, don't take their blessing away. Receive it. You know, receive the blessing, man. You know, it's not a handout. It's not a shameful thing. And it's not a prideful thing because I have pride, you know, and I was just like, nah, but why was I going to mess up her blessing? And that day we found that later on to realize we built a relation. Now she knows people in my family that know her family. So there it is, man. You know what I'm saying? So there's power in consistency, you know, because when you start denying it, then you ain't gonna get no results, man. And I'm not trying to go that path, people. I'm trying to find, you know what I mean, that bridge that's gonna connect me to you, to him, to her.
Facts.
You know? Facts. But it's just crazy, man, how life is, and you know the importance of things, man. And you know, like I said, we're just getting started. It's barely 15, 16 episodes, you know, and
you know, 16 right here, man.
Number 16,
my boy.
And let me tell you, man, you know, we're breaking that color barrier margin, you know, all that drama crap and all that stuff, you know, where there's consistency, we could work together. And this is a prime example of it. This platform just shows it. It's results for it. We don't do it perfectly, but let me see you get on this show. Let me see you start your own channel. Let me see you be consistent on your own panel. Let me see you be consistent in your life first. Then you could talk to me or talk to Pops over here and say, hey, you know what I mean? How did you get this? How did you get that? We're just beginning, people. You know what I mean? You think you see him at 16 now, man? Let me tell you something. You know, we're looking for that margin where, you know, we could go. I already heard people talking about Pops say, hey, man, you know what I mean? He's a motivational speaker. He's this, he's that. You know what I mean? That's right. That's what we're trying to build. It's not out of pride, you know, because we want to help the next helping person out there, man. And I hate to say that, you know, there's people that say, oh, call me up, we'll help you, and call me this. You know, lately I've been calling some people, and you guys know who you are too. And you guys say you're this and you're that, but let me tell you, you're not to what you say you are. But that's okay, because I'm only going to ask you maybe once or maybe twice. After that, I'm going to pray to God, and God will send the next person.
Hey, didn't we do a show about that too? Like, what was the title? See, I'm forgetting these titles, but I think we did.
We talked about it briefly.
Okay.
It wasn't really it really wasn't a subject because it's a hot one, bro. That's a hot topic, man. You know, and I was, you know, I don't know if I mentioned to you, but I was thinking about there's gonna be some hot topics that are gonna come up as of lately, and whether we gain some, you know, fans or lose some fans, you know what I mean? We're just keeping it real, man, and we're not trying to.
We're just gonna keep it real. You know what I mean?
We're not trying to impose on anybody's, you know, gender, color, whatever. I'm just saying these are some real serious conversations because I don't see anybody going on their channels and mocking them or telling them down. So, hey, it is what it is. But that's something that I got to discuss with Pops because this is his channel. And if we can't do it there, then we'll do it on mine. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that. We could work it out one way or another. You know, hot topics out there, baby. Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it. Crazy, man. Crazy.
And we're also open, like, people, you know, for input. You know what I mean? There's something that you guys want to talk about, a topic or discussion or something we haven't brought to the table yet that you think would be interesting, or people, you know, that's something you want to talk about or everyone will be involved in, let us know. You know what I mean? Holler at the homie Big D. I inbox him. Keeping it real on IG?
Keeping it real RF.
Keeping it real RF on IG. And his channel is Big D Keeping It Real, straight like that. Subscribe, like, hit the notify button, all that right there, so you can be so they can notify you when he goes live. He goes live a lot and talks about a lot of great things. So make sure you tap into his YouTube channel, Big D Keeping It Real. Like, share, and subscribe, and follow him on IG at Keeping It Real RF.
There you go. You'll see a little bit more what I do on my Instagram. You know, like I said, as of lately, you guys, you know, I'll come out and say it again. You know, there's been a lot of death amongst family and friends, you know, these last couple of months. It's been crazy. And, you know, you see it on the news everywhere you go, man. So I'll just say it like that. But when it hits your family, it's crazy, you know. And, you know, I'm just trying to overcome the hump and just keeping my positivity and giving my faith all to God. And I'll be honest with you, you know, this channel you know, when I was down and out, you know, I didn't really feel myself, you know what I mean? I was just like, man, I don't know if I want to do this, but I had to be consistent. I had to let all my emotions, I couldn't let my man down for one, you know what I mean?
Right.
I'm obligated to him, and he believed in me. So I had to, you know, he helped me push through my hurdles. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure I felt his prayers and DD's and all you people that are out there. And I'm still here to today. So, you know what I mean? I put all the BS to the side. And now I'm accountable not only to him, but to you guys too as well. So that's how I feel about it. I take things to the heart. I'm not like these new cats and these new generations today, man. Everything to me is important because, you know, we all go through the same phases and the same moods and the attitudes and so forth, man.
That part. Big D keeping it real. G-Lew. You know, you already know to follow me. Everything, the G-Lew Show, IG, the G-Lew Show. You know, and this is what we do every Monday night. We're here. Let's talk about it. All new episodes every Monday night. Also check out Conversations in the Hookah Lounge on Saturdays with the ladies. DD Hairston, Long Beach, Monica was just on there this past Saturday. They had a great episode. If you missed that, go back and check it out in the archives. Also, interviews. We interview on Friday nights. Last week we had a young guy from Fullerton, the OC area. Young inspiring artist, dope dude, man. You know, like I said, man, I was surprised myself and wind up having a real good time with the young dude, man. Great dude. Go follow him. Can't Get Right, and check that episode out if you missed it. Also, you already know Odie's Rule Forever Sundays, man. It's just, hey, beautiful. We always have a great time there. We come together like family. And last night was no different. Shout out to Nay Love. So go check that out as well. Check out my boy Big D's channel again. He's always dropping new videos. He did one recently, so go back and check it out. Support the channel, like, share, subscribe. And I don't know. That's it. What you got for us, Big D?
I'll say this, man. Whoever says that black and brown community can't work together, it's a lie. You know what I mean? Because every day,
slap yourself.
You know,
slap yourself.
Every day I'm learning not to like this guy. I'm learning how to love this guy, man. You know what I mean? And it's not because of sexiness either. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
that's my boy, man. Big D.
Real, man. You know what I mean?
The village to the bricks, baby. We keep it lit every Monday night, man. Shout out to all the homies. Rest in peace to all the homies we lost.
Yeah.
Either mentally or physically, because a lot of homies we lost mentally too. You know, they're not there yet. So we love y'all.
Who are busted right now in prison or in county and all that stuff, man. Much love, man. There's still people that are locked up. And let me just tell you this, people. You know, all you people who are on here, man. There's still community out there that we could get. Let's get the young ones first. You know what I'm saying? That's the next generation, man. But don't forget those who are behind bars or wherever they're at, in the military, overseas, however it is, man. Mentally in the psych ward, pray for them, man. That's the best way. If you can't get to them, pray for them, man. Keep your spirits up. Keep praying to God, you know what I mean? And keep doing what you need to do, man. Be yourself, you know what I mean? Don't make it any harder than what it is. Just be consistent on what you do. The power of consistency.
That part right there. I didn't mean to shoot you guys, but I meant to get to the point. Boom. Big Diesel right there. Hey, man. The G-Lew Show. Let's talk about it. Episode 16. The power of consistency. Shout out to our producer, DD Hairston. Shout out to my man, right-hand man, Big D, keeping it real. Shout out to Monica. Everyone who had a part in making this happen, we love you. Thank you for the love and support. We'll be back next Monday. And you guys have a great week. We love y'all. Peace.